Blackheart GMG for 303 Esports. We've seen them last week. We saw them. I mean, we've been seeing 303 for a long time here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown, and we love to see them. I mean, they've been making some pretty deep bracket runs for the most part in these past couple of weeks. Excited to see the growth from all of these teams. It's so fun to see because we have so many of these. This is the 40th week.
Yeah, 40. That's crazy. I was just thinking about that. We've had a lot of development coming through here, but one constant that we've had in most of these 40 weeks has been Bind. Bind, one of the favorite maps, probably between Bind and Haven, as the two maps that we see the most here at the VCS. And but moving back in onto Bind, have some pretty standard agent selects coming through. But Choice, we have one thing that is not standard at all.
Whoa.
I'm pulling up. I need to look up ability names. I don't know ability names.
Bird,
Choice,
dog,
bird, dog, flashy thing, eagle, wolves.
all of the above, and the heal.
Oh my goodness.
We have a Sky on the side of 303 Esports. I mean, it's about time that we're seeing Sky in some of this higher level of Valorant play.
Is this our first Sky?
This is not our first Sky, but this is our first like legit
Okay,
Sky.
yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, in top 16, this is when it really starts to make a pick. Like, you're not messing around anymore.
Yeah.
Elimination is on the line. I understand it may be coming out like a group stage, but oh my goodness, very excited for this. And okay, I found the ability names. They don't make any sense at all. We're just gonna say the animals. We're gonna wing it.
Bird, dog, heal, and ult.
Trailblazer, Guiding Light, Regrowth, Seekers.
Seekers sort of makes sense.
Yeah, Seekers makes sense. We'll have to see how this comes through. Really excited. I haven't seen a ton of Sky, so we're going to be learning a lot together here, Twitch.
Yeah, absolutely. Monsey going monstrous with the Sky pick. And on the other side, we do see some interesting picks as well. Instead of the Brimstone, we have an Omen. We've got the Killjoy. Here we go. Screw starting it off, Baby Pluto and Sabota. Nice trades for the side of Grapefruit Techniques. It's now a 4v3 situation in their favor. That was nice and quick there, Bump.
Yeah, really quick start off with that Frenzy. People have really realized how big that gun can be. And it has gotten a lot of popularity lately. Spike going down on the A site here. 4v3 here. Grenade going out. Zabota trying to get some headshots down. Just gets wiped out by Monsi. 3v3 now, evening it up. Turret doing a lot of damage. More blinds coming out.
Healing over here.
Oh, there it is. Sending in the healing for the side of 303 Esports is Monty. And here we go, getting really aggressive up in their faces. But my goodness, Grapefruit Techniques still comes out on top with a huge headshot from Giovanni. That is a nice first round for Grapefruit Techniques. Ah, this is going to be a nice, fun matchup.
Yeah, it should be a really high kill matchup. Lots of frags going to be coming through. And hopefully we're going to get to see lots of ultimate usage. Monty already halfway to those Seekers that we were talking about, and I'm just really excited to see how quickly we can get some of these abilities charging.
Oh, absolutely. Seekers is such a huge ultimate. If you guys don't know, I mean, Sky's like technically still new because no one really uses her in high-level tournament situations except for like, I don't know. We saw
some occasional group play. Oh, AJ dashing in, getting really aggressive there. All the members of 303 falling across the board. Grapefruit Techniques taking over Pluto all by himself here, at least able to prevent the flawless. But he is at 10 HP. He is not long for this world.
Yeah, a really unfortunate situation for Baby Pluto. But Giovanni does spot out the gun sticking out from the corner there, has a Spectre, and kind of beats out on the Ghost there. But what I was saying was Seekers on Sky. They're a huge ultimate. They're three little guys that kind of just like finds enemies. It's so
if you've ever played Spike Rush, it's the thing from Spike Rush.
Oh yeah,
with the wolves. Yeah.
It's perfect. I mean, now that it's starting, you know, getting here in the higher echelons of the Valorant Sunday Showdown. This is top 16. 303 versus Grapefruit Techniques. I mean, this is no This is no
This
shrug
isn't
game.
a group stage matchup. This
Yeah.
is stuff's on the line, getting really close to where you're gonna have money on the line. Zabota taking down Blackie with a beautiful grenade into headshots, forcing him out of Hookah there. Recon Bolt revealing exactly where Pluto is. Zabota getting himself a 2K, might be able to pop off this round. Moving in around the side, gonna collapse in onto Monsi here. Has a rifle in hand now, so definitely gonna be dead. Oh my goodness, gets wiped off the board. No more kills coming through here for him. Monsi trying to get some shots out in a 1v2, gets wiped out by Giovanni. 2v4 now. AJ trying to make something happen, gets taken down from the side. Con Artist all by himself, not in a great position here, able to get one before he falls, but Zebro finishing things off.
Ooh, beautiful play from Grapefruit Techniques. They're looking really buff in these early rounds of the first half here on Bind. 3-3 Esports having a hard time coming up, you know, but now we're seeing full buys on the side of Grapefruit Techniques, and a half buy. We see a judge in the hands of the Brimstone. We're seeing a Stinger. Nothing much there from 3-3, so they have a lot of catching up to do, especially on the econ front, but this could be a fantastic round to do that. Judges are so good on this map, especially with Brimstone coming up nice and close with that takes down Zabota. That's exactly what they needed. Look at them holding these super close angles. AJ might actually get another kill. Does not. Giovanni loses out to a nice headshot.
Yep, Con Artist and Giovanni just trading shots there on the side. Zebro taking down Blackie 4v3. Grapefruit Techniques has been very good so far about creating those differentials for themselves, creating those man advantages, and really paying off for them so far.
Very interesting setup from 303. I feel like there hasn't been a lot of noise. Oh my gosh, they know he has been hanging out there, and it just gets killed out of his camera. A really unfortunate situation. 303 again on the back foot here. 4 members left alive of Grapefruit and 2 members left alive for 303.
Really unfortunate for Baby Pluto. They just kind of always know where he's at. He's always getting hit by a tracker dart, always revealing. But we'll have to see if he can stay a little bit more stealthy over the next few rounds. Spike is down. A few ultimates are available. Monsi might consider using his ultimate here. There are a couple members gets wiped out before he even gets the chance. Giovanni with that 3K finishing things off, and Grapefruit taking a 4-0 start here, Choice.
That's a buff start indeed. I mean, Grapefruit, they had 4 members left alive last round too, and look at their bank. Zebro at 8,700 credits, almost max. Brew is at max. 303 having a hard time, but now AJ has the operator in hand. We have rifles in the hands of 303 Esports, and I'm really hoping to see a little faster push here from 303.
What do you think about the operator coming out of Hookah here, Choice? We don't typically get to see that one. Takes a little bit of damage, has to blunt the dash though.
Oh, but look, he did leg him. He legged the Omen.
Okay, yeah, that makes it entirely worth it then, and he gets that shot on Zabota. Might be the round here for 303. They finally have the man advantage in their favor.
This is what I was really hoping that Monsi would do, send the dog down either Long or Hookah. It's exactly what they needed, but Giovanni already taking a ton of ground here on A site, actually letting the Spike get in here, and has a beautiful situation set up for himself. Giovanni might actually win out here up against the Brimstone, excuse me, and some wasted util from 303 so far.
You threw out the paint. The big paint shells, not able to find anything off the back of that one. Giovanni able to get himself a big 2K. How is Giovanni still alive? Moving in, gets that dash off, does get hit with this blind. Con Artist taking down Baby Pluto, finally able to get the revenge onto Grapefruit, getting a kill before he's falling. Still up, Zebra on the side, able to grab himself one more. 2v2, but foreplay is so low. Hunter's Fury coming through, able to connect onto one. Defuse goes through. AJ not faking the defuse, commits to it and gets it off before he dies.
Oh, that was so unfortunate. I feel like he should have done it a little bit earlier, but I don't think he heard the sound cue.
Yeah.
And that's a really unfortunate situation. But that is the first round for 303 Esports. We are now in round 6. And hopefully, we're going to see a little bit more coming out of 303. Monsi
There.
had some pretty good situations there, sending in some really good utility, and got the dogs out there. And hopefully, we'll see that again in this situation.
Really unfortunately, AJ not able to pick up the operator there. We saw Foreplay trying to run back in and pick that up, so there's no operator in the hands of AJ for this round. So many shots coming through. Rocket gets shot out, 2 rockets in a row, not finding anyone. Conrad is taking down Zaboda before he falls. Foreplay grabbing that kill, and I have to agree with you, Choice. I have no idea how that all went down. Beautiful shots coming through from Monsi. Giovanni not checking his corners, pays for it with his life.
Might actually see the dog come out here in the situation. Monsi has a perfect position to be able to do that. If he can do something like that and actually hit him with the dog, no, goes in and actually wins out on the gunfight between Zebro. And now it's just 2 members of Grapefruit Techniques versus 303 Esports. They had a hard start here, but now they are kind of dominating here in the 6th round of the Valorant Showdown.
Yeah, it took them a little while to put their econ together, losing those first 4 rounds, but they have guns in hand. They're feeling a lot more confident in 303. Still have this 3v2 advantage. Ultimate is available here for Foreplay, so they may consider that on a defuse, and here we go. Dog gets shot down, not able to find anything off the back of that one. Monty able to pick up a 3K. His health not looking great, but this is a 2v1. Foreplay all by himself, about to come off the back of this ultimate. I think Monty not getting caught by that one. Shots will be able to finish off Monty. Big 4K coming through. That is a clutch play from Foreplay.
Oh, 4K from Foreplay. My goodness, I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. 303 Esports had every means to win that round out, but when you got someone like Foreplay clutching it out with a beautiful 4K, it's hard. It's hard to win out on that.
Yeah, really unfortunate there, but Monsi did a great job for himself there. I thought he was going to be able to clutch that out, so it really just came down to that last 1v1. But 303 got to feel a little bit of loss of momentum coming off the back of a play like that.
Oh, that was actually a really crazy push from 303. They had 4 members down C long. Off the back of a bird, too. A beautiful bird coming in as well. Paint Shell's doing a little bit of damage, but my goodness, Foreplay is just too dang strong. Coming out on top of a lot of these members. My goodness, what is going on? In the span of seconds, 303 is absolutely decimated, and Grapefruit Techniques has the perfect setup on B.
They're like, where is baby Pluto, and why isn't he in our spawn? Pluto coming around. Yeah, it was a really aggressive, I like the technique. They just didn't catch any members hanging out in the fountain area there. 4 members hanging out in garden, and they do get punished for a beautiful play coming around for Foreplay. Foreplay trying to make a little bit of noise, almost pays for it with his life, but picks himself up at 3K instead. 5 HP left on Foreplay.
Oh, it's gross. I mean, when you do the, after round math in your head, in a round like that, you're like, I hit him for 55. Oh, I hit him for 65. And then you do the math in your head. It makes you want to cry a little bit, you know.
Choice, we were talking a lot about the how good the economy was looking for Grapefruit Techniques. Not so much for 303 right now. They have an op in hand here for AJ, but not going to be able to make anything happen. They have 300 total credits after this. Definitely need to win this round.
Yeah, sending in the dog in that situation was perfect. They had a little bit of information now in this situation. Might send the Seekers out. Here it comes, but a really aggressive push from Zaboda puts a stop to the Seekers going out. That's exactly what they needed. That was a huge ultimate to put down, and Foreplay putting down baby Pluto as well. My goodness, this is looking tough for 303 Esports.
Yeah, 303 just getting decimated here. I think their only hope at this point is side swap, get themselves onto attack, and hopefully be able to make something happen on the other side of the map. AJ here able to get a beautiful shot off onto Giovanni with that operator. Con Artist taking some shots up into the top, gets revealed with that recon dart, but this is a 4v2. They have an operator in hand. They're gonna just go ahead and try to save this. Might get wiped out. Oh my goodness. Zaboda gonna move in and try to watch this operator. Knows where Con Artist is now, and all the members coming in to collapse on it.
Really
beautiful shot coming through there for Brew.
So unfortunate. I mean, oh, I hate to see stuff like that. Sabota, though, with the big brain he's got, goes back towards hookah area and just waits there. Knows that 303 has to back out of that situation. They heard the op shot from earlier. They knew that that was on the field. And so, I mean, Sabota had the big brain play to actually hang out in hookah during that, and got some plays from that.
Yeah, beautiful shots coming out, and Grapefruit Techniques 7-1 at this point. Definitely making things work for them on the attack, but a aggro start for 303 definitely pays off, making it a 5v3 for them.
Wow. And still with the showstopper on the side of Grapefruit Techniques, except for, never mind, showstopper is on the side of 303, my bad. 5v3 in this situation, really tough for Grapefruit Techniques. They're gonna have to get a pick in this situation, as much information as possible. Sending in the dog through the teleporter was the exact right thing to do. Now 303 knows that they haven't rotated off of A just yet, but they're gonna have to stay vigilant in this situation. Brew and crew moving towards A, or excuse me, B.
Yeah, well guarded there from this Omen, from this Cypher utility rather. They have that camera over there, should be able to sniff out any movement coming through for Grapefruit Techniques. And thankfully for the members of Grapefruit Techniques, they have plenty of room to work with here. Boon on their way through, not even expecting Pluto to be there, able to take down Foreplay before he falls. 2v4 now.
Good trade from Grapefruit Techniques, but now they're going to have a nice little pincer movement coming in, and the Seekers going in, spots out Brew. That's huge information for 303 Esports, but no, Brew gets double headshots here in this situation. They won out in a 2v4 situation. Grapefruit Techniques goes up 8-1.
Why are you using the Seekers if you're not going to follow up on them?
I don't know.
That really unfortunate. It was just kind of standing there waiting for the Omen smoke to fall. But the entire time he was blinded up there, they could have moved in. They could have taken him down. But Grapefruit Techniques not holding back at all, winning out a 2v4.
I don't know, Bump. They're just feeling themselves today. I know Grapefruit Techniques has had kind of a hard couple of months competitively, I will say. But, I mean, they have stuck together, and that's exactly what you need to do. Build up that chemistry, build up that friendship, and it is showing off in their play right now. Brew taking down Con Artist, that's exactly what they needed. Taking off that duelist off the field. Monsi going to send in a little bit of flash here, but not going to really get a lot in that situation because of the perfect cloudburst right there. But other than that, 303 Esports, they're definitely going to have to come back on the second half.
Yep, throwing out the pupper, finding the Jet hanging out there in bathrooms, and AJ still has this operator for himself. Thankfully was able to force up for that one, and it pays off, taking down Brew, evening things up to a 4v4.
Oh no, Foreplay pushed up just behind.
Pushing up at the perfect time, taking that operator off the board, making it a 4v3. Blocked out, gets put down, and that is going to be a big plays coming through here for 303. That is something we haven't seen in a while. Choice, Orbital Strike coming through onto A site.
I know, it's kind of crazy to see it now. It's been back.
So long. Yeah.
Wow.
Baby Pluto able to get that kill onto Giovanni in a 1v2. Might be able to make something happen here. One member around on the side. Pretty much pincered here in Lamps. They know exactly where he's at. And his movement here is going to be really rough. Oh, he thought he got the turret, but he didn't.
And it turns around at the wrong moment. Zebra's there to get the headshot out onto Baby Pluto. I will say that was a nice flick from Baby Pluto, getting onto the head of one of the members of Grapefruit Techniques, but it was just not enough. And now they are up 9-1. This is a tilting half, Bump. How do you come back from this? How do you keep your mindset right?
At this point, you wait for the sides to swap, and you go from there. You start with your pistol round for the next half, and you kind of try to reset your mental from there. But at this point,
this goes here.
this could be an 11-1 half.
Yeah, one thing to consider for the last round is, goodness, beautiful shots. Zebro and Foreplay already getting themselves kills, making it a 5v3. And a big teleporter play coming through. Oh, just getting wiped out. Blackie able to grab himself one there, but this is a 1v3. They're going to have exact knowledge of where he's at. Double teleporter action coming through here for the side of Grapefruit.
Here we go. This is going to be a weird retake for Brimstone here. Is he going to be able to handle a 1v3 situation? We've seen it before here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown. If he can get this pick and not turn away at the wrong time, he'll be able to win out here. But no, Zebro is sitting there ready with his crosshair right on the dome of Brimstone. And that's going to be 10-1 in this first half. This is a really rough situation.
Yeah, really tilting here if you were 303 Esports. Hopefully they're able to reset their mental as we get ready to move into the second half. Hopefully they're able to make it 10-2 and not 11-1. Any round that you can get at this point is a very important round, especially when you consider losing a pistol round to start the game would put the other team on match point.
Right. Really rough situation. We've got to see 303 utilize their utility in a much more impactful way in this situation. We've seen the impact from Grapefruit techniques pretty much all game so far. Just like this, are we going to see a kill? And there it is, a nice showstopper, but Baby Pluto does get the trade-off, and that is a huge situation for them. AJ does pick off Giovanni. That's what they need, making it a 3v3 situation. A little heal comes out from Monsi, and that's exactly what they need to keep AJ kind of healthy in this situation. Not as much shield as they would want, but it is a 3v3. There are some ults still available. We want to see the showstopper come out from 303, but Brew is waiting here.
Foreplay goes to put the spike down, but AJ wipes him off the board. Brew grabbing himself another kill. Monty able to grab one. 1v2 now. Zebra all by himself here, able to even it up into a 1v1. Zebra's coming out, and Monty finishes things out, buys themselves a little bit of room here, and that is a much-needed win there, Choice.
A much-needed win indeed. Now 303 are on the attack. But we've been kind of seeing this the past couple of weeks. Every time I've seen Bind, it's been the attacker side just coming out on top almost every single time. But, I mean, 10-2, this is a little rougher than I had expected. But I'm really hoping to see 303 come out on top on this attacker side.
Yeah, hopefully things start to look a little bit differently for them. I like that we have a couple members that have forced up for the shields in these pistol rounds, because the shields in pistol rounds are so impactful, especially when you consider how many classics are on the board.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say the classic nerf was needed. Might need a little bit more, but definitely needed.
You mean the right click shouldn't be able to just destroy people?
Yeah, sure.
A little bit of a
balanced gameplay.
Technical pause coming through here, so we'll be back in as soon as we get these issues figured out. It looks like
this could be the moment that 303 kind of talks themselves up. Okay, that was a really rough first half. We only have 3 rounds to lose here. Let's bring it back. Let's bring that energy back and keep the momentum going. The clock is now ticking down on the pistol round of the second half. 303 Esports is down 10-2, but this could be that Cinderella moment that we are waiting for 303 Esports.
Yeah, we actually saw AJ switch over, buy himself a shield, buy himself a frenzy, and we'll have to see what he can make here. Giovanni trying to get those right clicks off, not able to find anything in that 1v2, but 303. You said they had 3 rounds to lose, but they have no rounds to lose at this point in the game. The more you lose, the more the pressure builds, and the harder it gets to play. That mental has got to be very, very hard to deal with. Giovanni realizes there's a couple members inside of Hookah, gonna try to get some shots off. I don't think he knows about the other member hanging out there on the side. Baby Pluto just trying to might try to make a little noise to distract Giovanni, but all 5 members of 303 moving over here.
This is exactly what they need. Here comes the
No targets left.
Here comes the commit on the site. My goodness, AJ barely wins out on that one, but Zebro gets some Huge intel. Monsi gets the nice trade out. It's looking really good for 303 Esports so far. 4 members left alive in this situation. 2 members of Grapefruit, 1 member of Grapefruit's Techniques left alive, but it is 4Play. We've seen 4Play clutch out situations like this. There isn't a lot of health on the side of 303, but we did see the heal come out from Monsi. This is huge. Sends out the turret. Bump. Are we going to see another Grapefruit Techniques round? Can 4Play clutch this out?
If he does, it might be the nail in the coffin here for 303, but I think 303 has great positioning here. Should be able to guard the spike, and they do. They take down 4Play there. They buy themselves a little bit more time and put a 3rd round on the board there.
You love to see it. I'm really hoping for that Cinderella story. We've seen it with Mystify, you know, being down 11-1.
The legendary 10-2.
Oh yeah, 10-2, excuse me. And coming back for the win. So 303 has every means to do it. They just have to stop.
Actually, Choice, unfortunately, the game is over. 4Play picked up that Bucky. GG.
It is GG. This is going to be rough for 303, that's for sure. Oh, goodness. Here it comes. Lots of util. Huge. Actually getting the Boombot off of its normal axis there. Normally it kind of clears out that backside, but no! My goodness, they're sending in pot shots through this and brings Zebro down to 61 HP.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, really not going to be good here for Zebro. Has this short, he might be able to find himself these shots, but actually walks up, reveals himself. Monsi grabs that kill onto Brew. Con Artist takes down Zebro, and things looking good for 303 again.
Yeah, those are really clutch kills in that moment. Looks like he was trying to clear out that little corner there with the paint shells. Knows that either no one's back there or someone's hanging out close here. Giovanni might actually get a beautiful hit. Does get 2 hits here. They are going after it, but 4Play doesn't matter. Has the Bucky. Comes in hot and strong. And that's what you were talking about, Bump. Coming in strong with the Bucky. Oh, no. The
what
dash
happened there?
got stuck on the little ledge there.
Yeah, I've never seen him a dash get clipped there. That is very unfortunate. AJ taking down Zabota there, and I mean, 4Play has this Bucky, might be able to clutch things out here. Actually switched over to the Bulldog, the even more OP gun.
In the hands of 4Play, I would say so. But no, it's not enough for AJ.
Any gun is overpowered in 4Play's hands. That guy is a very, very good player.
A monster, if one would say.
Yeah, but that's 3 rounds in a row coming together for 303 Esports. They've got to be starting to feel good about this. That little bit of pause that we got between rounds definitely helped them out. They reset their mental, and right now they are just focusing on getting those big guns on the board and trying to deny economy from Grapefruit Techniques.
Yeah, and they're definitely going to have to win out on this one. I mean, they still have a pretty decent amount of economy left, but it's going to be pretty tough. Grapefruit Techniques kind of on the back foot with their credits here. You can see Zabota in the bottom right had 100 credits left after his buy. There goes the Seekers, actually spots out one of the members back towards the CT side and sending 4Play back off. Alarm prot is going to be triggered. This is going to be a tough retake. You got 3 members kind of going up towards heaven. And it might actually be good for 303 Esports to kind of do a little bit of skeet shooting up there in heaven.
Yeah, going to be trying to get some shots down through those walls. Oh, man. Just the Boombot getting taken down there. Monsi on the side has his heal available still if they need that. But I think at this point, you're just trying to get those members of Grapefruit off the board through taking down Monsi. So that heal is gone. 5v4 now. 5v3. 5v2. Oh my goodness. All the members falling here. Maybe Pluto able to grab himself one. AJ gets one. 4Play. All. Oh no.
Is it enough? Is it enough?
I don't think.
Oh.
Wow.
Clutch round for 303. They held him off for just long enough to be able to win that round.
They got 2 with the spike too, and that's huge. We were just talking about how bad the economy was for Grapefruit coming into this next round. 2 dying to the spike there is monstrous.
Yes. Really unfortunate. I feel like they were a little bit too confident in that situation, and they didn't run away fast enough. The Sova, though, was smart enough. Zebro was smart enough to get out of there.
But, I mean, imagine how crazy we'd be yelling if the spike actually, like, did get diffused there. I mean, we've talked about it before. Pros don't fake.
It's true. Oh, and here it is. Tons of information. They know exactly where he is. A nice trade, though, from Grapefruit Techniques in a losing situation. So, Foreplay still alive with 27 HP. Might get another one, but no. Knows that there's someone in showers now. Baby Pluto got a beautiful kill. Another flash. Beautiful flashes coming out from Monsi, and they're taking the spike on over to B site.
Oh, it looks like they might just actually walk back over to A. No, they're just hanging out in hookah. Might walk through hookah here in a second. Giovanni finds where Baby Pluto's standing. Lackey gets taken down. Monty gets taken down. Zero, 2 big shots. Has that Hunter's Fury available for himself now. Con Artist catching Giovanni in that teleporter. Here we go. Hunter's Fury coming through, trying to find Con Artist. One more shot with him in 19 HP. He is so low. 303, need to get this plant down. It's a 2v2. Health bar is pretty close, but the Rays for Grapefruit looking a lot better.
This is almost just a purely desperate situation for 303.
Oh
but no,
God.
They won out up against Zebro. Now they know exactly where Zabota is, where Zabota's coming from. They know he's coming from CT. They are watching a little too close on the CT side. Zabota coming out on top here. Might actually get this. Gets one. This is a 1v1 situation. Con Artist versus the Cypher. My goodness.
Oh, if you're Baby Pluto here, I just don't think you should have moved from that point. You should have just waited for Zabota to come down from heaven. Here we go. Able to get that kill there. Beautiful 4K coming through for Baby Pluto. He put 303 Esports on his back for that round, and that is 5 in a row now coming through for 303. They've got to be feeling great, but that was mostly an economy round coming through for Grapefruit Techniques.
Whew. Now we do see Giovanni with an operator in his hand. This is a defense operator, which could be huge for Grapefruit Techniques. They need to gain that momentum back. They need to stop 303 Esports from winning these rounds. And if they can do that, I mean, that's going to be the win for them.
It would definitely be beneficial at this point. We'll have to see how it pays off for them. Dog getting thrown out to start the round off here, and Zabota and wow, Con Artist going at it to start things off, and Con Artist coming out on top of that one. Zebra with that Dart Brew taking out 2 quick shots before. Oh my goodness, back and forth across the board. 303 have the 3v2 advantage. And they've got to be feeling good. They TP over to B. Giovanni has this operator that hasn't really been able to set up, and as I say that, he takes down Baby Pluto. Giovanni pulls the blades, might be able to clutch this out all by himself here over on B. Has a teammate coming over to help him out, but he doesn't even need it.
Oh,
Big blades coming through. Started off with that sniper shot. Beautiful play coming through there from Giovanni.
I don't think I heard an op shot at all on B side, and I think that's one reason why Grapefruit Techniques were allowed for that to happen, because 303 didn't even know that there was an op on the field, so they were just taking that hookah run, just blunt force, going through, no regard for anything, and that's what allowed Giovanni to absolutely demolish them with that operator.
Get out of my way.
And we are getting a little bit closer to match point now here for Grapefruit Techniques. They've got to feel very good about interrupting that little bit of flow for 303. Not sure exactly what happened, but shield and most of the health there for AJ got taken off the board. Had to expend the heal to get it back up a little bit, but yeah, like you said, good trade. But 4v3 now for Grapefruit. Sorry, 4-3-0-3 rather.
That was a huge trade. You got the Stinger up against an operator. In that situation, you're going to bet on the operator, but that time, Brimstone was able to take it with a Stinger. And my goodness, what a trade that was.
You know, I did see that he got some buff love coming through to make his stimulant come out faster.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So possibly,
I've got your trail.
I would give a boosted Stinger over operator. I'd take a boosted Stinger over an operator if it's close enough. Yeah.
True.
That gun is gross with that amount of firepower.
Yeah. Look at this. The Seeker goes all the way towards CT, all the way to the Rays back on CT side. Brew takes down AJ. That's huge. Leveling the playing field. No, oh my goodness. 2v3 situation for Grapefruit. It looked kind of dire for them for a second, but no, Brew putting the team on his back at the moment. Baby Pluto with his Bulldog, it's looking a little dire for him in this situation. My goodness, sends in the paint shells, and there it is. Zabota wins out on that gunfight.
Yeah, Grapefruit Techniques moving themselves to match point. Gonna put and we're gonna have a showstopper in hand for Grapefruit Techniques for this match point. They're gonna have the lockout from Killjoy also, so a lot of great utility in hand. 303 thankfully for themselves. They do have that orbital strike available. We haven't seen it for a while, so we've kind of forgotten how impactful it can be, especially when you're trying to attack and trying to prevent a defuse from coming through.
Yeah, one thing I want to see is Con Artist coming in hot with that showstopper. He's had the showstopper for quite a few rounds now. I think three rounds now. He's had that showstopper, and he could have used it in a couple of situations. But I understand that sometimes you just want to hold on to it. But this time, Zabota not wasting any time at all. Gonna send it in, and gonna miss out, actually, but Con Artist gets taken down. Blackie does trade out, but this is a rough situation for 303 Esports.
You know, if the showstopper was a field goal, it would have been good, but it went right between the goalposts there. Not able to find anything with that Rocket Zebra with a big 2K coming through. Grapefruit Techniques in a very good position to move themselves into the top 8 here, Choice. Big play here. 4-play catches Baby Pluto and Blackie off guard with a double kill, finishing things out. Things were looking a lot more encouraging there for Grapefruit Technique. I'm sorry, for 303 for a long time. They got that nice 5 rounds on the board, but in the end, Grapefruit Techniques coming out on top.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was feeling really coordinated. It was feeling really good. I mean, a 10-2 half, it's got to feel good if you're that team. You know, you got to feel like you are out on top, and that's exactly what happened. Now, the story is the MVP of that match. Who do you think it's going to be?
I don't know, because if you were looking at the board, the differential for like the top 3 members of Grapefruit Techniques, it was all within 1 or 2 kills. For a long time, it was 18, 17, 17. And that double play at the end, I just said 18, 17, 17. Double kill at the end puts 4-play on top there with that double kill he picked up at the end. So, you know,
4-play looking fantastic. I mean, the 4K earlier on in the matchup, that clutch 2K there at the end. I mean, it makes sense. Look at
19, 18, 20, 18. That is 4 members within 2 kills. It's unbeatable.
Yeah. Grapefruit Techniques looking good.
The 4th member was Zabota, and he didn't have a good game in terms of his KDA, but we know Zabota. He is such a legendary player. He's good at what he does, especially on that raise. So, I mean, what do you do against that?
I don't know, but, I mean, it's back to the drawing board for 303 Esports. I mean, they had a good attacker half, that's for sure, but it's hard to stop a 10-2 half. And other than that, we're going to be running on into the top 8, the quarterfinals of the Valorant Sunday Showdown, week number 40. It's going to be me and Bump back here on the other side of the break. So you don't want to go anywhere. It's going to be pretty fun.